Let's take a look at different touch arcs that you will find in engineering, graphics and design. These are just the basic touch arcs where we will discuss a few examples. The first example that we're referring to is the point to a circle where we have a given point away from the circle that has been provided. In this case, we have a point P and a circle O, and we need to get the touch arc that's going to go through the point P and going to flow into the outer edge of circle O. And the given touch arc, which we refer to as the main touch arc, will then have a given radius. On here you will see also the constructions that we use to be able to determine the center point of the main touch arc, which will then connect the point to the edge of the circle. The next example that we are looking at is where we have a given line that is at a certain distance away from a circle. So we want to determine a touch arc that is from a line to a circle. So we now also have a given radius for the main touch arc, and that touch arc's center point needs to be determined using constructions as shown in this illustration. And we then want to draw a touch arc that's going to flow out of the given line into the outer edge of the provided circle. So this is the line to a circle touch arc. The next example is the including circles, where we have a touch arc with a given radius that is going to wrap its arms around the outer edges of the circle. In other words, it's going to include the two circles in its radius. Therefore, the illustrations show you the constructions of how to get the center point for the main touch arc, and then that is done with certain specific constructions done with your compass to determine the place where your touch arc is going to flow out of the edge of the one circle onto the outer edge of the second circle. The next example that we are looking at is the excluding touch arc, where we have the touch arc excluding the two circles on its outer perimeter, meaning that the circles will be on the outside edge of the touch arc. And we also see the constructions of how we got the center point once again of the main touch arc. And then we see that the touch arc is going to flow out of the first circle's outer edge and then into the second circle's outer edge. That is the excluding touch arc. In this example, we are looking at a combination of an including and excluding touch arc. So on the left hand side, we see the example of an excluding touch arc, and on the right hand side at circle B, we will see the including touch arc. Once again, we first had to determine the center point of the main touch arc, which is the arc that is going to connect circle A to circle B, using a long touch arc that is going to exclude on the outer edge of the main touch arc circle A, and that is going to include the outer edge of the circle B to the inside of the main touch arc. Well done. That's a quick wrap up of the different types of touch arcs.